Hey, perfect spirit. I'm Sam, the miracle man. Now let's create that miracle in your life right here, right now. There's no time to delay. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I talk about getting rid of this head trash, which is all those stories that create stress, worry, anxiety, fears. Like this mind is filled with all this darkness, always wondering what's going to go wrong, or the stories that you're not good enough, and just all these stories. It's just creating this dark night of the mind, that there's never a dark night of the soul. It's really the dark night of the mind that we need to clear. So how do we dispel the darkness? By one step at a time. We have all this darkness, and we just can't snap our fingers and wave it away and think it's all going to go away. If it was this simple, we would have no stress in society. We would have no fears. All the darkness would just be instantly lifted, and everyone would be happy and joyful and enjoying life. But most people are not that way. They're usually caught in the darkness. So just remember, to get out of the darkness is just one step at a time. That one step that's going to lead you into the light, if you will, and to realize that your light is in the present moment. So if you're in the darkness, it's saying you're not here in this moment. You don't want to judge or criticize yourself. You just notice, oh, I'm in my story. I'm in the darkness. So the way out of that is to find your light. So it's finding that one step to your light, to notice there goes the story. One step could be, where are my hands? Where am I sitting? Another step could be, where are my feet? And you just look at these little actions that you can take to dispel that darkness, that the mind loves all that complexity, all that difficulty. But it's really being mindful, being aware of this moment will dispel the darkness. So we are always trying to dispel this darkness one step at a time. And unfortunately, some people are lost in the darkness and continue to crawl around in the darkness, expecting to find the light up here in the darkness. But it really requires you to go deeper within you to see that, oh, my light is right here, right where it's always been. Like a lot of people follow spiritual teachers, gurus, motivators, whoever you want to call them, because they think the answer's out there. If I keep following this person, they're going to lead me, they're going to give me light, they're going to lead me to the light. But to realize you don't need to do all that traveling out there. It's really about the inward journey. Like true spiritual teachers will always point you within this, to your perfect spirit, to your consciousness, to your light, to your soul, whatever you wish to call it. They're always going to point you back to yourself. But if they're saying, oh, you need this, you need this, you need this, it's just start pointing you to things outside of yourself, then that's not helpful. Now, if your spirit, your soul, your consciousness says this will help, whether it's an herb, a stone, cards, whatever it may be, then do that if it resonates with you. But just be wary of people telling you what your recipe is, because ultimately you know your recipe. What is your blueprint to live your maximum greatest life? It's not living in the darkness, it's living from our light, and always finding that one step that works for you, and whatever step that is, and if it works for you, it's perfect. Don't allow someone's opinion to sway you off your path of light. But now if you're in the darkness and they're trying to point you back to your heart, to your spirit, then you need to give that some attention. That, yeah, you're right, I'm not present. And I heard about this with the spiritual teacher. It was really interesting. I forget which spiritual teacher this was in Australia. I'm not sure if he's even still living. But when people would go to his seminars, his talks, whatever, yeah, I think it was like a retreat or something like that, he would always be two people together. And the job of the other person, if you will, is to notice when that person wasn't in this moment. It's like, hey, you're not here. Get yourself here. So it's really an interesting pair two people so they can monitor each other. Are you staying present in this moment? And that's the challenge, is the practice is I'm in my dark. Let me go back to the light. In the darkness, back to my light. And we always enter light when we're here in this moment. Even if it's a subtle glimpse, that subtle glimpse will make a big difference if you keep working on expanding that subtle glimpse to open that door wider and wider and wider till your light is fully shining bright into this situation. But just remind yourself that life is a step-by-step journey. The mind's going to try to figure out the outcome, how everything's going to work out. You don't need to pay that any attention. As I mentioned, that I love this from the Bhagavad Gita. Focus on the labor, the task at hand, and not the fruits, the rewards of your labor. Just focus on this moment. The rewards will take care of themselves. All right. Well, have a good night. Take good care of yourself. Bye for now.